fun thing is that every time when I pull up somewhere, I always confuse. At that time, and it's been on the email to talk as a man.
Don't mention names, dog.
Bro.
She's from here, TMT, though. She's doing great job.
Yeah. I actually have a surprise for the public, but I'm not gonna show them now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them later on the year because they like talking too much.
Oh, it's all.
Okay, I didn't close the trade. Went to sleep. Woke up in the morning, 1 million straight.
Saw that post though.
Yeah. Then it was 1 million. Then I took out the money. And I posted on my story, I was like, my life is about to change. Yeah. When I got there, the salesman was really surprised because he was looking at Umakuba and thinking that Umakuba is coming to purchase the car. Yeah, so, and then Umakuba is like, yeah, funny.
Now boom.
This is the man came here to buy a car. Yeah.
And I even saw a post on Facebook whereby like a girl posted you like saying that you borrowed money from her, like 20k something like that for your cultural stuff.
Hey! Yo, that story, my guy.
Like it was
you know what happened? You know what happened? So,
Hi guys, we are back with another video. As you all know, I'm Linda Koshem Kutiana and I'm with
Jacob, aka Black Boy Chance. You know me?
So today we are back with another video with our very own special Mr.
Black Boy Chance, you know me? I'm the host of the show, you feel me?
So today we're bringing you our very own Mr. Tuki. And as you all know, he's our famous influencer, a singer, as you all know, and a Forex trader. Just give us a round of applause as we welcome you.
Alright, yes. As you can see, we got Mr. Tuki on our left hand side. So today we're going to be interviewing him, you know what I'm saying? I know you all are going to be waiting to see like what's going on with his life, you feel me? Because we all be talking some bullshit with him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was rumors roaming around, but
Chance.
we'll all hear it from him.
It's needs to story, Chance.
Yeah, we're going to hear it from him. So, we are with...
So yeah guys, it's your boy Tuki Music all the way from Ngweni. And yeah, I'm with Jacob here and this wonderful lady. Yeah.
So guys, we'll be interviewing him for the day.
You know what I'm saying?
So, do you mind like getting like into, not very into your personal life, but tell us more about yourself.
Well, I'm a simple guy. I have 4 cars. I make money.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just simple, man. I just like making money and spending. Oh, and I eat a lot of girls. If your girls out there, just watch out, bro.
Whoa!
So like,
Nope. I don't know about that one, but sure. So,
It's like a dog.
I didn't hear anything. I'll pretend as if I didn't hear anything.
Big team.
I'm not a victim. I'm none of any of these.
Okay, Tatu,
Okay.
can you please tell us what do you do for a living?
well, now I just got out of this school.
Oh, well,
Shout out
Chance.
to Desmond to the guys. Yeah.
Shout out, Chance.
So yeah, I'm in Regent Business School in Durban, but like I'm doing an online course and I'm a full-time Forex trader. So yeah, it's foreign exchange, but it's short for Forex. So yeah, that's what I do for a living.
Alright, Chance, did you hear it from him?
So, I just heard from someone that I won't call a name that you just moved out and relocated to somewhere else.
Something like called Cape Town?
Yeah, somewhere there.
So yeah, I recently bought an apartment in Woodstock.
Wow, cash must.
So yeah, always. I never deal with debt, bro. So yeah, I recently moved to that side, but like it's sort of like short term. I'm not gonna stay for long. Just want to expand a little bit on my business, and then after that, I'll probably be back here just to like flex a bit more. So,
You like to flex, man.
yeah, yo.
That's why you got so many haters.
You know when you go through a lot in life, né?
Oh, well.
Like when your upbringing is so hard to a point whereby you understand that as soon as you have something, you don't have to show it to people.
Oh, well.
Like you have to make yourself feel good. Yeah. So for me, flexing is like gaining a bit more confidence in myself. Yeah. So,
But it's a different view to the other people, though.
yeah. That's what I like.
You know, gaining haters, dog.
Bro, fun thing is that every time when I pull up somewhere, I always confuse people. People always think I'm the serious guy. I'm trying to be all flexing, like all being sophisticated. And then I get to a place, you find this crazy guy, friendly, talkative, like out there. So I don't want to lie. One thing that my mom taught me is that you must always confuse the enemy. Because if they see where you're going, then they'll know what you're going to do. And they'll probably have a plan towards something that you want to do. So they'll like contradict whatever you have planned. So I'm like, okay, you know what, let me confuse. Sometimes I can wear shorts, and when you'll see a full pant on. So yeah.
So like, of all that I heard that you're an influencer and a singer. So what inspired you so much in these two?
Well, the influencer side, I don't want to lie, it was mainly influenced by growing a social media base. So like I met a lot of people throughout when I started singing when I was 3.
What type of music first?
Well, I'm a very versatile vocalist. I sing literally on anything. If you give me a beat, Afro pop, hip hop, whatever,
hip hop,
I'll be on
so
top of it.
Jump on the beat.
I think it's a Gomu. I don't know with who, but Benim Tana, and that's a track, bro. That's a song. I just heard it.
That's a hit.
Funny how that song was made in a very weird way. At the time that we made the song, I wasn't like in profitability yet. Like I didn't have much funds. So we used to have like studio sessions whereby we just pull up like unplanned, literally, and like the quality up and then I would go there.
On a model
at that time. So first of all, I get in trouble at home because I'm theater on the amber because I'm going to because they are going nowhere as well, but it's unsafe. So I would like pull up and like let's do a quick studio session and then Sbiza Hongamachita. Shout out to likes of Usandile, Cool Kruger, Pablo Nominzo, West Funk Movement, even Michela. So we went there this one time, as Fika Pana, and the niggas were like, you know what, Fit? Come up with something. I have a beat for you. Come up with something that is like soulful. At that time, Fit, and spinning and you made it to Tong Asanel. Bro.
She's from here, TMT, though. She's doing great job.
Yeah, I broke her heart at first. And then she was like, you know what?
And she was there before you had anything, dog. She was there for you before all those chicks.
Bro, one day revenge. She came back with a banger, bruh. And I was like, you know what? Okay. In Intana of it, but like it didn't happen. It wasn't there. So we wrote the song according to that story.
So basically, you were just
heartbroken in a way.
So you sang that song referring to what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was based on that particular story.
And
then everyone was laughing at the studio when I told them. I was like, hey, Bafit, you have another song. It means a lot though, because it did a lot for me. It literally kind of changed my life because on the music side I was a bit lacking. But I don't want to lie. I was in a group called The New Generation, one of the best groups in Dizazi, which is like when I parted ways with them, it felt a bit sad, but it had to happen because I was looking at a different path in life. Like the image, like a goal that they had was different to mine. So I was like, you know what, let me take a different path. But it was very painful. So when Umchita approached me and was like, fair to let's do something like this and this and this, I was like, yo, and Utalenama was still like at that phase at that time. So I was like, yo, and I wasn't to listen that song, so it was like a big thing. So I was like, yo, this guy is famous, so let me join him. Because it took me like to another level. And then I met people throughout the way. I was like, okay, you know what? This is a nice thing. Then that's how I followed Naba.
Good. What about the Forex life?
Yo.
The scammer's life.
The scammer's life. It's a long story, But to cut it short, I'll explain some parts of it, and then some are very personal, but like I'll try and explain them in a briefing. Yeah. So I don't want to lie, Forex is not for the faint-hearted. It needs you to be stern with your mind, and it needs you to have intellectual decision making. Yeah. You gotta understand that you're gonna have a lot of enemies, like literally a lot of enemies, people that will want to kill you. Yeah. For like your potential or like your skill. Yeah. I don't want to lie, it wasn't a very easy journey for him, and it's still not an easy journey. Because I still do get negative comments, but like I'm the most positive person you can ever find in this whole world. I feel like the positivity is on another level, to a point whereby whenever I feel as if, okay, you know what, this is not working for me, I don't hesitate, I just go left. Yeah. So at that time I was doing something called Ipineri. Yeah.
What's that?
It's the same as Forex, but like it's stock exchange. Yeah. So I used to ask for like 500. I would lie at home, be like, nah man, we're going on a school trip, what, invest. Yeah. So, and I feel like that thing actually changed my life in a way, because it introduced me to different people. Yeah. So I met this other guy called Ninja. He's from Joburg.
What's up? What's up?
Oh no, Instagram. I was in grade 7. Yeah. But I got in England to Papa, so I would go for any opportunity ever. I just posted a thing on Instagram for free seminars. He was hosting a free seminar here in Cape Town. So I lied again to my granny. I was like, Mama,
trip.
And she was like, okay, cool. She gave me money. I took a taxi from here to Cape Town. Went to the seminar. That particular seminar actually changed my life, because Lamchita showed me a secret that I can never share with anyone. Like, I don't want to lie. Even my students, they don't know that secret. Yeah. So Umchita gave me a tool. He was like, you know what? You can use this to do this and this and this and this and this. Took the tool, went home.
It's like a robot, or what?
Sort of like a robot, but like it's a we call it an indicator. Yeah.
A shortcut.
So yeah, it's sort of like a shortcut, but it comes with a lot of risk. So I went to my granny. I was like, Mama, there's a shoe that I saw at sports team. She's like, what shoe is that? I was like, it's a Nike Air Force. Yeah. Air Force was Air Max. Sorry, Air Max. Yeah,
Air Max was so popular that time.
Like it was a popular thing. Yeah. So I was like, you see Air Max? And she's like, that particular kick. I was like, yeah. She gave me 1.2. Yeah, 1,200 rand. And at that time, 1,200 rand was a lot of money. Yeah.
And many
so took that 1.2, went straight into my phone, deposited, and I was still under 3245 at that time. So mind you, I was underage. I stole Christian's Skamakulam. So all her details, her ID, her banking details, everything. Stole it and I signed up. Got approved the same day, took the money, and then that deposit. I used the indicator, came back, I think it was 32,000 or 33,000, which was like my first ever profitable trade. So mind you, number one, I am stuck. Because first things first, I have to withdraw like 32,000. But I don't have a bank account. I'm using my granny's bank account. So if like 32,000 comes in, what is going on? So I was like, you know what, let me just take a risk. I withdrew the money, it went straight into your bank account. Yeah. And then she was like, what's going on? But then I explained to her, well, okay, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. And she was like, you're doing fraud.
So that's when your parents got to know it.
Yeah. Okay. So they're like, you're doing fraud. And you know black parents, because they're very skeptical on using it. So she was like, you're doing fraud. But let's go to the bank. I want to see where this money is coming from. Went to the bank. The nigga at the bank, the guy that was the consultant at that time, was like, you've got something special, my guy. And then my grandma was like, what's going on? And I still remember exact words. She was like, look, what's wrong with? And I was like, yeah, man, it's legal. But the thing is that I'm doing it. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let's just proceed with the withdrawing. I want my money. Because we MX at that time. So she took out the money, And then, luckily, I have a very, very smart family. I don't want to lie. Like, my whole family just grew into Imali. Yeah. They just have that natural gene of just knowing how to use Imali. Yeah, being smart about Imali. So my granny started a savings account while I was in grade 7. I had 32,000. Yeah, the money grew because they are cooler.
Who traded those cards still?
No, I wasn't trading.
So who started like 30 something?
I was just there with the 33,000 rand.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna close this money for you, and then when you reach grade 12,
okay,
you're gonna get the money. Yeah. So I was busy calculating, doing estimates, and I was like, okay, 33,000 is gonna throw me around 10,000 when I'm in grade 12. So I'll only have 43,000. I was like, nah, man. 43,000, I can spend it in 2 nights. It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. So that's when I got the urge to actually continue. Yeah.
So you took the money and invested again?
Yeah. No, I invested the money. I was like, you know what?
Okay.
You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. And then what I did, I actually tricked her in a way. You know what? I started taking like small amounts of money and then growing them and then paying her back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, Mama, please borrow me 500 rand. She's like, okay, cool. Give me the 500 rand.
She's rich, most.
No, not even that. She works. She works. She does have a daily living work. So I would actually ask her in line. I'd be like, Mama, can you 500? She'd be like, okay, cool, man. I was like, month end. Now I know that month end I'll probably have like 5,000. So it wouldn't make a difference for him now. Yeah, so I took the 500 rand. I think I made around 14k. Yeah, and at that time, I think I was in grade 9. Yeah, I think I was in grade 9 at that time. Then I took the 14k. And then luckily, I had other friends of mine that were in school. And
high school or
yeah, funny enough, this actually used to be my class. I used to sit over there. Yeah, so my first ever profitable trade in high school was actually in this class. Yeah, and Mr. Park. Yeah, so they used to yell at me because I would always be on my phone doing this, looking at my trades and like watching them move and all that. So I did my first trade and then it was around 14k. We threw the money into my own bank account. Now, then I had friends of mine which were also traders. One of them is Avi and the other one is Utan from Eton. So they were very influential when it comes to trading life. Yeah. Then the big boss, which is one of my greatest mentors, Tuma. Yeah, well, probably most people know him. So he actually ignited the Forex journey of mine. Yeah. So after everything that happened, like the profitability and all that, I actually went into what we like to call a rough patch. Yeah, in trading. Yeah. So a rough patch is where you experience a series of losses, like simultaneously to a point where you just feel like quitting.
Oh wow.
So my G, imagine from grade 9 until grade 12, you're just experiencing losses.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah, and then luckily in grade 11, at the end of grade 11, so unfortunately my mom passed away. At the end of
and they even said you used the mom's money to do Forex.
Coming to that. So my mom passed away in grade 11.
Were you still having the car or what? Were you still having the car?
No, I didn't have the car
at that time.
Yeah. So
did you have in 48?
No. It was after my mother's death.
Oh, that's what they said. They used the mother's money to buy a
car. Yeah. So what happened was my granny went. Okay, this is very personal, but I would like to share it. My granny went to the insurance company. To actually claim everything and all that. My mom used to be a doctor, so you can imagine the amount of money we would have gotten. So we went to the insurance company. The insurance company was like, okay, my guy, you're not 18 yet.
You have to wait.
So I was 17 at the time. You have to wait until the following year. Yeah. Then luckily my birthday was in January. So the niggas were like, you know what? We will only be able to give you Imali after your birthday. Yeah, because you have to be legibly 18 so that we legal. Yeah. Then
so you were doing grade 11 or grade 12 at that time?
I was doing grade 11 at that time. Then when I was 18, I did grade 12. Yeah. So Rumors started spreading, like, okay, people were feeling sorry for me at first, because I lost a mother. Yeah. So I started being distant from people. Like, I had a phase whereby people were asking me about why I doing, and that was early in January. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait, put my results, and then go back to school to do my grade 12, and then just chill, be a quiet person. Because I lost somebody that I thought would ignite my future. So luckily I have a very motivational granny. So my granny would be on my case every day. Let's go somewhere. Let's do this. So it would actually bring something different into your mindset. Because I don't want to lie, it was a very big blow for me. I felt like giving up. I even tried committing suicide one time, but then it didn't work because my granny was there. So I was like, you know what? Let me just chill and just wait for the Malingen, and then maybe I'll be a bit more happy. And then I think on the 20th of January, I think it was 11 days before my birthday, I met Makubani.
Yeah.
The teacher, So that's when we started actually having a conversation with him, because the previous year we had a conversation, but it was based on me selling him a phone. That's how we met basically. So after that, I actually didn't end up selling him the phone. I actually gave it to him. Because he ended up being my friend at that time. So I had a spare phone and his phone was broken. So I was like, you know what? This is my G. Yeah. So that's what he did. And then Umjida actually declined my offer. He was like, nah, man, my guy, it's fine, it's cool. You're my friend, I understand, but no. I was like, cool.
You need to buy it.
Yeah, I was like, cool. Then I took that phone, sold it, then I took the money. Then I was like, okay. The phone was around 4,500 rand.
iPhone?
Yeah, it was an iPhone 11. The red product.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones that are limited in a way. So I sold that phone for 4.5. I was desperate at that time. So I took the money. I was like, Ish, what can I do with this money? Just to cheer me up a bit. So I went to Tandu's place. And figure it was early in the morning. So I was like, hey, let's analyze the market. It's something that we used to do a lot. Let's analyze the market. Let's just chill, have some coke, and then watch the market move. So we did an analysis on Nasdaq. I actually didn't tell him this. We did an analysis on Nasdaq. It was a huge sell, and then after that it was a continuous trade whereby it just goes down and up. So it did that thing the whole time. So we entered, both of us, we entered at the same time. My account was 2.5. And then his one, I think it was around 1,000 rand or 900. But he grew his account from 300 rand, and I funded my account at 2.5. So we both went in. I think I was in profits of about 5.3k, which goes up to 8k when you plus the deposit. So I was running 8k. I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, good money. As soon as I get 10k, I'm gonna withdraw. I was like, yeah, man, let's just let this trade go and see.
Risk it.
Yeah, we'll just risk. Hey, my guy, market came back, took away 1.5. So I was left with 1,000 rand. And then Umchita was like, man, don't worry, my guy, you'll be fine. I went home. I was angry, so I went home. I left 2 trades on. I went home. When I got home, I was running 13k profits. I was like, yo, hey, and it was 2 trades. So I was like, yo, yeah, this is good money. And my ideal daily target at the time was 13k. So I took up 1 trade, and then my account went up to 7 point something. Then I left the other trade running. Then I went to sleep. Tavuka around 5 o'clock later on the day. When I woke up, the profit was a bit less. I think it was around 1.3k from that margin of 13k. So I was like, okay, let me just withdraw this money and just be fine. I was busy hesitant. I even started doing that thing of just pulling the trade and then just looking at it and then being hesitant about closing it. So I was like, you know what? Even if I lose this money, it's fine. Fuck it. I'll just hold it in. I held the trade. Next morning, Utuma sent a signal. I was here at school at that time. Sent a signal, and then I took the trade. I was like, you know what? Let me just risk everything. There's a thing that's called lot sizes. It's the amount of money that you about to put the trade on. Okay. So I went in with 0.05, which is a high risk trade. Put in 4 trades of 0.05. Came in with a banger, 47,000 rand. Yeah. I was like, okay, this is good money. Left it there, closed the trades, then came back again. I think around 8 o'clock. It was FOMC. It was on a Tuesday. It was FOMC. Then I went in at 8 o'clock. Left the trades until the following morning. I was running 200k profits. Closed it again. Then I was like, you know what? I think it's still on my story on Instagram too, where I posted the series while I was going in Malayan. Then I closed. Came back again, opened another trade. I think I went to 509k. Yeah. Then I closed it again. From 2,500. Because Landi Balam was the ideal deposit that you put in. Okay. So it went to 500k, 509k.
So does it need any kind of experience to do all
Yeah, it
this?
does. It took me...
So it's kind of difficult.
It's very difficult. It's super difficult. Yeah. So I did 509k. Then I was I don't want to lie, man. It was a surprise for me. And I was very hesitant. I was like, is this a life changer? Or like, what's going on? Or like, I was confused. So I was like, you know what? Let me just test out my skill. Went in again, very high risk trade. I was using all 0.10 on lot sizes. Then I came back with around 800k, I think. I think it was 800k. I didn't close the trade. Went to sleep. Woke up in the morning, 1 million straight.
Saw that post though.
Yeah. Then it was 1 million. Then I took out the money. And I posted on my story. I was like, my life is about to change. And then that was on the, I think, around 25th of Jan or like 27th, in between those 2 dates. Posted on my story. I was like, my life is about to change. Then I posted an iPhone 14 Pro. On my story. I was like, okay, I posted a candle. Like, I'm wishing for it.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing very well that the following day I'm going to buy that phone. Then I contacted Uma Kubana. I was like, you know what, my guy, there's a huge ransom of money that's about to go into my account. So I need you to take me to a security city the following morning. So the guy was like, okay, after school we can go to a security. And it was on a Thursday. Thursday morning, came to school, showed him the money. I was like, my guy, I've got this amount of money. He's like, yo, funny, you are rich. So I was like, okay, cool. After school, I went home. I put on my best clothes. I still remember I had a low dunk, the black and white one.
Nike.
Yeah. And a Nike cargo pant, but like the black ones. Is as yeah.
Sure.
Plus Miski Pasakwa, Mr. Price, say Cartoon Network. So I wore those, I was like, and at that time it was like one of my best clothes. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put in my best clothes, I'm gonna go there. And I went there. As soon as I got there, I met this other guy, Kwa Diesel, called Dylan. He's one of the best salesmen. I don't want to lie. If you go to Diesel, that guy will show you the best clothes. Because he actually got me a designer from Diesel. What's Oscorp. There's a company called Oscorp, APC Technology. So Kikiam, there's a kick that I bought, and I got it on sale. It was 5.5, the black one. And then he actually showed me that kick. So when I got there, the nigga was like, yeah, I'm funding your money. You buying 5k kicks? I was like, my guy, if you could see my bank account, you wouldn't be talking the way you're talking right now. So I bought a t-shirt and a kick. Same time, went to iStore. When I got there, got myself an iPhone 14 Pro.
Cash.
Cash. Everything was cash. Then, and at that time, I was still fresh into this money thing. So I didn't know what to buy. The only thing in my mind was clothes and a phone. So Uma Kubana was like, Vet, how about you get yourself a car? Something that will be an asset to yourself and something that will actually bring back to you. Something that you can use to grow your money. I was like, Nah, I don't want to buy a
just a
car.
waste
I'm too
man.
young. But I was skeptical. Then I went to my granny. My granny was like, I befriended. Now I was going to say the very same thing, that you must buy yourself a car, get a license, and do like a Uber thingy in your spare time, so that you can actually make more money for yourself instead of working hard. You can do something that is very easy, but knowing that it will bring you money. So following day, we went to buy cars. Got there, so we started looking around, and mind you, I'm like very short at that time. So when I got there, the salesman was very surprised because he was looking at Umakubani, thinking that Umakubani is coming to purchase a car. So, and then Umakubani is like, yeah, funny. This is the man. He came here to buy a car. So I was like, okay, cool. We went in, and then we saw Ujade, which was my first car, the Polo. It was a Polo 1.2 TSI, 2016 model. So we got there, I was like, yo, I'm in love with this car. And at that time, I didn't know anything about cars. So I was like, okay, the Polo, and it's written TSI, meaning that it has turbo suspended what. So I was like, okay, cool. As long as it looks nice. And silver was my favorite color on cars at that time. So I was like, let me buy this car. So we got at the dealership at about 3 o'clock, and the dealership was closing at 6. So it took us about 2 hours to find the car. So it was 5 o'clock, and the dealership was closing in an hour. So the dealer was like, you know what, Fit, you must come the following day for this car, because we're not gonna finish this day. I was like, funny, I want this car today.
Want to go home with it.
I want to go home with it today. Yo, Fit, I still thank that guy to this day. He ran like a maniac, and imagine how big we buy cars is. It's like a huge warehouse. He was running up and down. When he came back, I was like, you know what? You deserve to be taken out. I gave him 500 rand. I was like, just go buy a cool tip. So he ran up and down. I was like, hey, Fit, we want to buy you this car.
What's a guy though?
Yeah, no, he was a colored guy. Funny how an opposite race was actually.
Well, basically, it's not an opposite race, because a colored guy, a white guy, and also a black. We're all from Africa, so it's not different race.
So I was like, you know what? This is a cool guy. So he was actually surprised that I was actually buying the car cash. So when you buy a car cash, you get excess fees. So he was like, hey, you're gonna get excess fees. What? Take this car in installment. I was like, yay! I have a lot of money. So bring me the papers now. Check what the papers. We started signing. Then 6 o'clock, when the dealership was about to close, I got the car. And I think some people actually noticed on my pictures that the dealership was actually closed at the time, because they had a banner that they usually they pull it up when they open, and then they pull it down when they close. And on my pictures, it was pulled down, meaning that the dealership was actually closed. So we took the car, came back here. It was on a Thursday. Got the car on Thursday. Friday morning, came to school with the car. So let me just go flex. Woke up in the morning, went to the garage, full tank, inside, came back. And I started hooting, to show my friends, I got a car. Went inside the school. Guess what happened? Everyone was literally on the car. It was like, you have a new car? What? I was like, yeah.
This
I have
is
a new
me.
car.
This is my baby.
And then everyone started building up rumors that were not the exact truth. Oh, and at that time it was close to Bamaspoon. So they had a whole story of, okay, you know what? So he's gonna start living
My
nice.
friends say that too, man.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Best way to actually live upon this thing is to just confuse them. So I was like, you know what? Let me just keep quiet. I'm not going to tell them where I got the money or how I got the car. It's none of their business. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep quiet and just tell them, okay, I bought a car. Hey, a lot of stories came up. Hi, we take a look at Hi, we no Hi, he stole it from me.
He sang
Yo!
and all
People can be very cruel,
It's too much.
Some of the stories were negative, yeah,
Bro,
very negative.
And they painted a bad story about me because I used to be my dad used to be a crook.
Yeah.
And then since Dala, he decided to quit that life and live a good life. So I have acquaintances, if I would say, like they wouldn't let anything happen to me, just because of they're friends of my dad. Hence, I got access to the Golf GTI that day of Ilanuza. So at the time, a lot of things started coming out. A lot of different stories started coming out.
And there was a story that you also joined the crew. Yeah.
So people started saying I was selling drugs and all that. I was like, yup, hey. Funny how I've never even smoked a single drug. In my whole life. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just keep quiet and just continue with my life. Because you know what? If you're gonna start like listening to people, it's gonna make you go loco, my guy. It's gonna drive you crazy.
Very much.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just continue. I started living the life. You know, almost when you have money, you start living the life. So it was an every weekend thing. We go to Cape Town. Girls everywhere. Like,
where's Asanel at that time?
She was not there, my guy. She was gone at that time.
Maybe she was crying though.
I had a new girlfriend at that time, but our thing was still new because we were friends before we started dating. So at that particular point, she stuck with me until I got where I was at that time. So I was like, you know what? Let me just share this special moment with her. Then we started dating. Yo, it was girls everywhere. People DMing me left and right. Bruh, old ladies would approach me. And I was like, yo, this is a different life.
Oh, my mom, love.
And then, bro, so I was like, okay, this actually is igniting something different about my life. It's showing me a different aspect of how to live my life. Because everyone was watching me like a hawk. Waiting for my downfall.
Waiting for the next move.
So I was like, you know what? Let me exclude myself from the public. And then when I present myself to the public, I'm gonna present a different image. Hence people say they are
flexing.
So I was like, you know what? Let me take my soft spot into a safe space. My vulnerability or my personal life into a safe space and let me show them what I've achieved. That's when I started buying expensive clothes. Went into Gucci. I even got a access card whereby if you go in there, they close the shop and they like express everything. Then after that, they give you a catalog, and then after doing that, they like give you things like what's this thing? Exquisite service or like exquisite where they give you champagne, you smoke hubbly and
VIP, wow.
And then you wait. Sort of like a VIP thingy. Went in, started buying a lot of clothes. I got 2 belts from LV. One was a courtesy. I didn't buy it, it was a courtesy.
And if you say
and then I got it as a courtesy because of the membership card. So I went in, I bought 2 belts, and then I came back, bought a watch. I think they had those crisp thingies on. And then, but my brother decided to be a dime and he broke it. So I couldn't fix it. I didn't have the money to fix it at that time. So I was like, you know what, I'm danko. And I sold the watch. So, and then I got another one. And then I started buying a lot of clothes. I was like living the life.
Weren't you investing at that time?
No. I was
just spending.
Bro, I was spending money recklessly. I was being an immature spender. But
you
then
deserve I blew it.
And then luckily my granny was there. So my granny was like, Fondi, you must remember. At the time now I had a mindset of okay, even if I spend this million until it goes up to 0, I know that there's money that is coming from the insurance company. So I was like, let me just spend this money in whatever way that I want, because I know that I have a backup plan. And I have an investment that is running from grade 9. So I was like, okay, 1 year left. So after this year, I'll be getting this amount of money. And then in 2 months' time, I'll be getting this amount of money. So I can actually spend this whole 1 million. Yeah. So my calendar was like, relax. Yeah. What you can do is go for cheaper options. Yeah. That will actually make you enjoy your outgoing or your youth days, yeah, in a much more responsible way. So what we did, we invested in property. So we bought 3 properties in Cape Town, and then we bought 2 in Wellington, and then 1 is recently under a project here in Power Village, so on the other side. Yeah. So we did that, and then it actually ignited something. It actually ignited a rolling income into a bank account. Yeah. Because every time somebody, like an agent, approaches me, I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like 20K on the block. Yeah. They would rent out the house for like 3 months, then sell it, then resell it to me, and then after that I would get a profit on that 20K. So it's 20, 3 months, which is 60K plus the reselling price. Yeah. And I would buy back at a cheaper price. Yeah. So I was doing that the whole time until I grew into.
So you were doing business here, Daz?
Yeah.
Oh, business minded.
While I was, no, here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was doing history, geography, and drama studies.
Yeah.
Funny how a lot
where is the business minded coming from?
I don't want to lie, it's my family. My dad used to be a crook, as I mentioned. So in business, do you know what is a 26? Lamchita is a 26. Yeah, according to the gangster numeral thing. So he was business minded and he was money minded. So anything that has to do with money was there. Yeah, but he was pinpoint and he was always smart about it. So the business mind, I adopted it from him. And then the smart mind of being publicly smart is basically from my mom. I don't want to lie. She was the best advisor. Whenever I would do something, I would ask her first. Yeah, so that if she has a slight feeling about it, I would actually consider the consequences before actually doing it. Yeah. So life started moving. I was like, okay, money. Oh, bruh. Then a big blow came by. So remember we had COVID in South Africa.
Yeah.
So COVID came with consequences that were economical. So interest rates started going down. Then I got bankrupt. My investment went to Shacks. So Shacks is like investment company that deals with loans. So Umakulam didn't know at that time that Shacks wouldn't last for the next 2 years or for the next year. Shacks were on. My money was in there. So,
how much money was that?
I think it was 40 something K or 50.
Okay.
So I was like, now I'm going bankrupt. I don't have money. And then worst part is that my car broke down.
The Tuki or the Jade or?
The Jade. Broke down, blew my gasket, top gasket and head gasket. So it was basically buying a new engine. So my car sat down for like, I think it was 2 to 3 months. Around that time. Oh no, not at that time. Yeah, it was before, it was in the house. So it sat there for like 2 to 3 months, and then I was like, hey, this is a hard blow. Started distancing myself, and it actually taught me something. At that time, I had a lot of friends. So after everything happened, my friends started to minimize, and my circle started being smaller. So I was like, oh, okay.
So they were all friends.
Yeah, this is actually
they were
teaching
all
me
about
something.
money.
Yeah, well, so I'm a very spiritual person. I grew up in church. So for me, that was a spiritual lesson of God trying to minimize my circle so that I can understand where I'm at in life, and where I'm going. So I was like, okay, this is where I'm going. This is where I want to be in life, and this is where I wanna be stated in, or like be addressed in. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Let me just do this. So I went into Forex again. Yeah, because at the time I was, as soon as you start spending money, you forget. Yeah, so I went back in. I was like, now I'm gonna start becoming a crybaby. Because everything is gonna be emotional. Even if I take a loss, it's gonna be emotional. Because I'm trying to pick up myself financially.
Kind of desperate,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, I was being desperate in a way. Yo, Forex was just Forexing me the whole time. Loss after loss, loss after loss. And there was a phase whereby I was becoming depressed. I started taking pills for depression. Yeah, I started attending therapy, trying to understand what's going on with my life. Yeah, so I went to a therapist here in Paul, over Fultrum. And he taught me something that actually made me, that actually molded me into something different. He told me that the best way to not get caught is to camouflage. Yeah. Because that's how soldiers fight. You get a soldier, you see them in camouflage. That's why everything that they wear, their outfits, their hiding spots, it's camouflage. They blend in. Yeah. So he taught me something about blending in. He was like, when you're outside, smile, John, take your smile to the top of your ears. Yeah. And then when you're in your private space, you can face your problems alone. Don't ever ask anyone unnecessary help. It's going to put you in a vulnerable place. Only ask for help when you feel like you don't have any more options. Grind until you find an option. Bruh, that thing changed me. I started minimizing this thing of having so many girls and all that. Yeah. I started minimizing everything. I was like, you know what, let me just focus on myself. Came back with a banger. I made 12.5 million rands in 3 months. Came back, I was like, you know what, let me just get myself a new car. Yeah. That's where this car came in. Yeah. So I bought this one, and then...
What about the hover?
Oh, the hover was actually for my uncle.
Oh.
Let's see the hover.
It wasn't for me.
But people say that you rented the car just for a day.
Yeah, and
Yeah, because it's for the post on Instagram. You buying, it was green or red?
It was great.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was
and they say
green.
like we put it like for flexing for a day, and then it was like Bankruptcy took it out.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna answer that because it doesn't even make sense. Why would you hire a car for a day, put it at Haval, and put a ribbon on top of it?
Exactly.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't.
Drop it one day though.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So
Yeah, people.
yeah. So people actually got confused about that because the car that I was driving at that day was actually my friend's dad's car. Yeah. But since it was a Hava, I mixed it up because I didn't have content at that time to actually show people that we actually bought the car.
Okay.
Yeah. So the following week, I came back driving the car around in the way.
Yeah.
People were like, yeah, so this is real. Yeah. Then I drove the car for like the whole weekend. And then I brought it back to my mom. Because Umchita is sick, basically. So he doesn't have transport. He lives with his son. So he doesn't have transport to go to the hospital and all that. So he usually annoys all of my family members. So I was like, you know what, let me just be a helping hand. And his attendance, hospital attendance, is in Tigerberg.
Yeah,
So imagine disrupting someone's day to go to Tigerberg. So I was like, you know what, if this is gonna go on and on, rather you have access to a car knowing that it will bring back money. So I told my uncle's son that he should take the car into Uber. So he's busy doing Uber Black in Cape Town currently. Just for him to make a little change for himself and to actually have money for petrol and for services and all that thing. So I paid out the car, took it to them, and then recently, I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. I think around October. Yeah, no, 18th of August. It was on the 18th of August. I bought a 2019 CLA 200. So I got the Mercedes Benz on the 18th of August last year. Yeah. So as soon as I bought the car, a lot of people actually knew me with my Gucci hat.
Gucci hat, yeah.
So I closed all my windows. There was no number plate on the car, no registration. There was only a disc. Yeah. So you get rentals like that. Yeah. And you get cars that are actually rented out by companies that don't have number plates but are legibly on the road. Yeah. So I came in with the car, closed every window on the car.
Tinted windows.
And it was tinted windows, black. Yeah. But it was those light tints. Yeah. So you can actually see me
When you close.
Yeah, when you close, but when you fall you can't see me. Yeah. So I was driving around the whole time, driving around. And a lot of people actually saw me, but they didn't know that it was actually me. Yeah. So I started getting texts. Is your car here? Was it you that I saw driving a Mercedes Benz? Fat. I was like, quiet. I didn't answer even one of them. Then I went home. Okay, and I was like, oh, how does it feel to be a Mercedes Benz owner? I was like, this car, I'm not gonna keep it for long. Yeah, because it's gonna create something that is a bit different. Yeah, and it's gonna make me jump steps in my life that I actually want to experience first. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep this car for like 2 months or 3 months, then I'm selling it. Yeah, then around September, October. Yeah, I think it was around October. No, I'm lying, November. I was writing exams at that time. Early November. Yeah, I was writing my final. My granny was a bit sick. So at that time, I didn't have the stable amount to actually take care of her. So I was like, you know what? Let me just sell this car. And at that time, I had a reason. So I sold the car. Yeah. Do you know what I did? I posted a screenshot on my Instagram, showing people that I actually sold the car to Mercedes Benz. Yeah, because a lot of people thought I rented the car and all that. So instead of me posting it when I was buying it, I posted it while I was selling it. Yeah, sold it to Mercedes Benz, got the money. Then I took my girl into hospital and did all the things that I needed to do. Then I went to the culture that I did. Yeah. Then I came back early this year. So early this year, a lot of people started coming back into my life and all that, and they tried to get to know the new me, you know. But then you can never change the spots of each time. If the spots are there, they will remain there. You can never change them, you know? So I was still the same person. Yeah, people started coming back slowly because they saw, okay, now he's gonna have Imali from this side, and he's gonna have Imali from this side.
Oh, you're back from that side, like.
Yeah, and his own money. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Just relax. Started going to Cape Town. That's when I decided to buy the apartment. So when I got there, my granny was like, you know what? You're living a good life on that side. Yeah. How about you just stay there? Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. But isn't it too early? And she was like, sometimes you must consider options that are not in your comfort zone in order to see how they will work out. So I was like, okay, cool. Went to Cape Town. I first rented out Albert 1 for like, I think 3 weeks or like 4 weeks. So I stayed there for like 4 weeks. Got an apartment. I'm not gonna mention where because I'm gonna have a lot of people coming to my place. So I don't want people to know where I live.
Okay.
So I got an apartment. It's close to Albert 1, it's still in Woodstock. Got an apartment there, and then I actually have a surprise for the public, but I'm not gonna show them now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them later on the year because they like talking too much.
Oh, they talk though.
Okay.
So there's something that I posted last year. Yeah, it was a car, and then unfortunately I got into an accident with the car. Yeah, on the day that I bought it. So it was not there. People didn't see the car. Yeah.
What type of car?
It was a Golf GTI. Actually a number 7.
Yeah.
So I got into an accident same day when I got the car. Yeah, but I didn't buy at the dealership. I bought it at someone. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I got home, well, I actually didn't get home. I went to the hospital and got home the following day. Yeah. So the guy that actually sold me the car was like, he's not gonna take responsibility of anything that happened. He's not gonna return the money and all that. And the car wasn't on any insurance because it was still new. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a straight write-off. Yeah. So I lost the car, lost the money, and then I'm about to revive that actually. But like I'm not gonna say anything for now. A lot of people are just gonna see the car around here, but they won't know whose car is it or how it looks. They can expect something from me this year.
And I even saw a post on Facebook whereby like a girl posted you like saying like you borrowed money from her, like 20K something like that for your cultural stuff.
Hey, yo, that story, my guy.
Like it was
Do you know what
trending.
happened? Do you know what happened? So apparently she was a client. She wanted to join the Forex. Yeah. So she paid me 1.5. My lessons are 1,500 rand.
Per month or like with it?
No, you pay once. I teach you until you die.
For real?
1,500. She paid 1,500.
Don't even try to consider it.
And
Because
then
that's what you're doing.
we had a miscommunication.
Oh, well.
And I understand it was my fault. Because I didn't tell her that I was going to the bush.
Oh.
So we had a miscommunication. We were supposed to meet. But then she was very unprofessional about it. She started building up stories and rumors and all of that. When I came back, I was like, yeah.
So this whole time, this has been going on.
I was like, yeah, I'm gone for a month and then I come back to this. Yeah, and then she started posting about me and all that. And I ignored her because of how she was reacting. Whenever you're in a situation like that and you owe somebody something, or like somebody owes you something, you become calm. You talk to them in the most polite way so that they can understand what's going on. Yeah, because now I didn't understand why she was complaining because the course was a lifetime thing. Yeah, it wasn't gonna end anytime soon. It was a lifetime thing. When I got back, I was actually planning and about, okay, I'm gonna do a one-on-one course with all my students where I invite them to a restaurant, I rent out the restaurant to them and they eat for free and I teach them new things. Yeah, so I was planning that. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this for my students. And then she comes complaining with a loss of 1,500 rand.
But I think I understand why. Because she paid you and then you didn't tell her where you're going. Because if you didn't tell her, what's going on?
So, Mamelak, I came back. No? After that, the whole saga happened. The whole posting thing and not. And she came with police to my house. So I explained to the police. I was like, put yourself in my shoes. No? It's not like I don't have the 1,500 rand or something. But the way she was reacting to the situation was not professional. And I explained to her, giving her terms and conditions, before anything happened, that the course is a lifetime thing. So even if I didn't talk to her for 3 months, it was still a lifetime course until she's dead.
Because that 1.5 is supposed to be like a month or something.
Yeah, because according to skill that I have, I was supposed to be rendering services for 550 rand per month for each and every student. But understanding that I'm coming from a black community or like an underprivileged community, I chose that price for that particular course so that I can accommodate a lot of people that are coming from the same cycle that I was in. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This is very unappreciative. Hence, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take any courses from people that are here. Like here in between. I don't want to lie.
Why not?
I've actually have a strict restriction now that you can only engage with me when you have a professional basis or any type of experience in trading.
Okay.
If you don't have any experience in trading or you don't have anything and you are a zero beginner, I'm not going to take you. Because you're going to expect a lot of things from me not knowing what's going on. Yeah, because it takes a lot to be a forex trader. You have to endure losses. You have to be psychologically fit. You have to have a lot of time, to actually understand what's going on. And you have to have an eager heart to actually learn on your own without having a mentor.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well, I don't want to lie. Now, I would say I'm self-built according to the knowledge that I've accumulated from different people. Yeah, because if I had one mentor, I would say, okay, that mentor built me. But I don't have one mentor. I have more than 10 mentors because I understood that if I can accumulate different strategies and different mindsets from different people, I can be powerful. Hence, I am where I am today. Yeah. So I feel like my Forex journey was mainly built on a self-made perspective. Yeah. That was actually built by my mom. I don't want to lie.
Your mom. Shout out.
Shout out to my mom. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me just live this kind of life and be a simple person. Hence, when you ask me what type of person I am, I said I'm simple.
Still more coming.
So
Yeah.
there were rumors, I don't know whether it happened early this year or last year, but there were rumors that you got hijacked by the robots and all this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was actually with this car, the car that I have now.
Hijacked.
So I was selling phones, just to get petty cash and like before the whole money thing. So I used to have connections with all these resellers, refurbished suppliers and all that. Yeah. So I would go on Facebook and look out for suppliers. So I had a friend of mine who wanted a phone at that time. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, now just give me 6K, I'll give you a good phone. I'll try and find you a good phone. So we went to the place. So what they did, they hacked my supplier's account. And they talked to me through my supplier's account. So now I thought the location that I was going to was actually my supplier's place.
Yeah.
When I got there,
It's the
two
color.
stones. I was with my friend, Mitla. 2 stones, and then I got stabbed over here.
Okay.
Yeah, then I got stabbed at the back of my head, and then my friend got stabbed on his face. Yeah. So they ran away with around 4K, and I was left with 2K. So I had to pay back the 4K to my friend, also, which is a damage thing. So yeah, it is true. I did get hijacked, but they didn't get my car. Yeah. So I was lucky enough, by God's grace, that I managed to escape. Yeah. But it was a very traumatic experience because it was actually my first time seeing my car on like a speed limit, which is 240. Yeah. Because I was literally flying on N1, and I still remember we were bloodshedding Nomchita had his like hand on his face, and they even stole our McDonald's. So like, we had McDonald's at the time, so they stole our food.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
Nomchita was actually angry. He was like, these people, they're even hungry, they're homeless. And they took my phone. Yeah, they took my phone, and yeah. So I still remember we were flying through N1 and close to I think it was Bottillery on N2 or R300. There was a car that was driving in front of us, and then I was busy flashing lights to show that it's an emergency, and I had hazards on. So Omchita had a cup. It was filled with McFreezy or what? Yeah, the ice cream thingy from McDonald's.
Oh.
So he was busy trying to heal himself, like trying to stop the blood from flowing from his face. So he was doing this the whole time. And in the car was literally we actually almost got into an accident with the car. So as soon as the car went out, threw the onto the cars because he was angry. Because we have literally filled with blood, and then the car's just being the guys in the car just being like very shitty about the situation.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what?
He was in the fast lane though.
He was in the first lane. He was driving like 60. Imagine being the first lane on R300 and driving with a 60. I was like, you know what? This guy. Yeah. So we drove and then we came back. At the time I didn't even have a license, so it was funny. And we couldn't go to a hospital. That was the worst part. That's why we had to drive back, drop the car, leave it at home, take my dad's car, and then go to the hospital.
Process.
Yeah. So it was very traumatic. I don't want to lie. I actually thought I was dying at that time. Yeah.
Just because of time. So what will you advise other person who wanna be like being a Forex trader, influencer, and a singer?
I would say more risk, more benefit. I feel like that's how I live off. Do you know how a terrorist? Do you know what a terrorist is?
Yeah.
Like someone that's trying to. Okay, someone that sacrifices themselves for the gain of other people.
For the family.
So I feel like I'm living a life of a terrorist financially. When I take financial risks, I don't want to lie. So if you want to live off something, take a risk. You don't know where you'll land. If you land in a positive space, lucky for you, you'll be very positively influenced by that. But for the very same people that land in the opposite direction, it's not over yet until they die. Because some people think that just because they took a risk on something and it didn't work, that the next thing won't work too. So they become skeptical and scared. I'm not built that way. I don't want to lie. Now if I fall, I wake up the next morning, I go to the same place again and I try until I get it perfectly. Yeah. So I would say take risks and be courageous of anything that you want in your life. Then for sure you will probably get something great.
Okay, that
So
was nice.
guys, that's it for today, and we would like to thank our very own Tuki, and thank you all for your time. Till next time,
Make sure you
bye.
subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget that. Make sure you subscribe.